going on, world? Welcome back to Small Couch Reviews. It's your boy Sam.
It's your boy Jovi.
We just saw a screener for the film A Good Person.
A Good Person.
Shout out to Grand Shuckett for setting that up. They always set us up. Stick around at the end of the video. You hear a little bit about them. A Good Person. It stars Florence Pugh of... I was about to say of MCU fame, but I think she's famous for more than that. Than being Black Widow's sister.
Right.
I think she won an Oscar for something else, actually. And then Morgan Freeman. What?
It's just Morgan Freeman. It's like everybody knows.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman. Who, I mean, he's pushing 90, but I tell you, he doesn't look a day past 73, bro.
I guess. He's old.
Yeah. He was born old. And it's written and directed by Zach Braff. Oh. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
My man from, he wrote another movie, I think it's called Garden State, which I liked. And, of course, you know, his claim to fame, Scrubs, which I thoroughly enjoyed in my youth.
Yeah.
But anyway, this movie stars Florence Pugh's character as she's a young woman who, after a very tragic accident that took the lives of her future sister and brother-in-law, has to cope with that loss. Also coping with the loss are the daughter of the couple that was lost and the father of the father of the couple that was lost, to say it that way, who is Morgan Freeman. And yeah, this one had the feels, y'all. This one had the feels.
Yeah, That's all we can say because
yeah, there's some stuff. You know, Jovi. You know, you go ahead. This is one we were kind of chomping at the bit to talk about.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
It's been a long time since I feel like I've been on the verge of tears.
Yeah, bro.
For majority of a film. The way that they showed emotion.
Fantastic performances across the board.
Yeah, across, like, it's like, even the smallest character, which could be taken as comic relief, turned into a moment where you're just like, whoo, this is a reality. Like, this is
it's so real, man. Yeah. Like, I'm real quick, I'm gonna let you go. It's just, this movie, I'm sure Zach Braff, when he made this movie, just like his other movie, this movie's not gonna make a lot of money. And it's really a shame. But having said that, I'm very glad movies like this still get made. No, yeah. It's like, it's been a long time since you've had a movie that made you feel this way. Yeah. And very dialogue heavy. There's like, I mean, there are no big set pieces or action or, you know, some crazy dude trying to kill you or like a horror movie or anything. It's just people talking and living. And we see this slice of life that is such a real look at grief and depression and what it puts people through, man. But
just like all the different, man, it's like all these different stories that are intertwined, but it's not done like a Quentin Tarantino kind of thing, like a jump around. It's like, it still feels linear. It still feels like you're following two major characters, and then slowly goes off to the main lead, which it's just done so well. Just like artfully. Yeah. Throughout the first, like, 35 minutes of the movie, I noticed how the camera moved with the characters, or how it wasn't stagnant, and then Sam reaches over it like, do you see this camera?
Yeah, because again, that's good camera work, bro.
And it was like, even as something as simple as a conversation happening, you see this camera panning, and then the main character turns around and walks out the door. But you don't, it's not like I'm going to turn, it's a slowly moving with the character, cut to the shot of the person walking out the door. That's really amazing camera work. Because I felt like I was in the film without it feeling like a third person type of thing.
Yeah, like, yes, when she's speaking, like, that scene you're talking about, it's Florence Pugh. When she's speaking, it's like, bruh, I'm sitting right next to, I think she's talking to her mom. Yeah. It's like, I'm sitting right next to her mom listening to her talk. Yeah. And, like, that just goes to the cinema. I mean, obviously her performance is like that, but the cinematography
was... I mean,
Oh,
everybody did a good job, even funny Mad TV lady, or the Saturday Night Live lady. What the heck is her name?
I don't even know who you're talking about.
What is her name?
What character is
the
she?
mom.
Oh, the mom. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah,
I knew her face from somewhere.
Yeah, so
there's a lot of people. I mean, her and other people. I was like, I know your face, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't know
what
movie you're from. But yeah, she's done. She had serious moments. Then she had that comedy. Like it was like no way she was going to be in that film without saying some funny stuff.
Yeah, she was hilarious.
Yeah,
at point. I mean, a lot of characters, even Morgan Freeman.
Man.
They all said funny stuff.
Morgan Freeman, this is
Their
like
comedic
outside of
timing is
his. I was like, yo, he's hilarious, and it's like, and the language he was using, and it was just like, it felt like I was watching an old man that just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, bro.
And that's literally what he is.
That's what he was. That's what he was.
And yeah, I don't have anything else. I mean, there was one mistake, and you would have had a perfect movie about this mistake. If you,
he means like a mistake, like on a set mistake.
A set mistake. So there's a scene with a screen door, and then when a character goes back through that same door, there's no screen door.
Yeah, he noticed it. Yeah,
and I was upset, so I understood why the screen door was there. It was to continue the scene.
Yeah, it was continue the scene, and then when the scene was over, it was gone. Yeah, so I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
But it was like, no, you're not just gonna walk out of a door 30 to an hour later or whatever, how long that person was there, and this screen door just disappears. And it wouldn't have been open either because it was nighttime.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Okay.
So that's my only. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah,
for me.
No, seriously, that's true for him. That's like I don't. I usually say I don't want to overemphasize. I want to overemphasize. This movie seriously. Like, will make you sad.
No.
So it's Florence Pugh dealing with, like we said, this crash impacted so many lives, right? Mm-hmm. So Florence Pugh her grief led her to be an opium addict. She's just, opioid addict. She's addicted. Right? She's like addicted to pain meds to make the pain of what she did to her, then fiance's sister and, sister's husband just go away. She wants to feel nothing. Mm-hmm. Morgan Freeman, he has so much anger inside of him for the loss of his daughter, but he's also like he tries his best to hide that anger. And when it comes out, it came out in such a way that was the word real. It was so real. I was like, yo, this is exactly how this would happen. Mm-hmm. And then, the daughter, she, her grief results in, this rebellious phase where she's just, doing a bunch of, I want to say stupid teenage stuff, but, she's just not acting like herself.
Yeah.
Again, it would be very easy for this movie to wrap everything up in a bomb. Like, oh, yeah, this happened. She's depressed. She's going to get over it and come out on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this movie, it shows you, it's not that easy.
No,
there's so many times she made one step forward, two steps back. One step forward, two steps back. Even with Morgan Freeman's character, recovering alcoholic, it's so good. It's so and again, all of this you're just talking, and it's so good, man.
The director had to have done hella research.
Seriously,
on addiction,
and the actors too.
Yeah, and grieving, because, like you said, it's like you're everybody was making moves. In different ways because of this thing that happened. Yeah, exactly.
It affects. Grief hits everybody different, and I think that's what this movie showed. That's not to say. Obviously, there's some happy moments. I don't want to. It's not. It's depressing, but the movie's overall message and stuff it does have happy moments. And yeah, man, like Joey said, there's really not a lot to hate about a movie like this. Seriously, I had seen the poster for this movie.
Oh yeah,
he hadn't seen anything.
I had no idea.
We didn't watch the trailers or anything. Yeah. We just went in and we
all
watched it.
All I saw was Morgan Freeman on the email for us to come see the movie.
Yeah,
that's it. I didn't even know that there was going to be a different lead. I had no idea that this was going to be such a deep story.
Yeah.
I made the joke that like I was like, oh, this is the kind of movie that wins an Oscar and no one's ever seen.
And that's probably gonna happen.
And before I even saw it, because I was like, it's Morgan Freeman. This is a film that I have not seen anything for, and it's like there's no way that I haven't seen anything for a film. The amount of people I follow, the stuff like my algorithm's gonna show me when stuff's gonna come out. So I was like, for this to not but have Morgan Freeman in it. No, someone's gonna watch, because we saw some hottie toy just look like they were super duper, like they write for the paper still in our screening.
Oh yeah.
So it's like those are the kind of people that are gonna send this recommendation.
Yeah, I feel like Oscar bait is a negative term, but like the performance isn't this. Yeah. Like seriously,
no, it's great.
Something's got to give. Yeah. Like. The lead, Florence Pugh, like she did a fantastic job.
Amazing.
As this addict, just like she knows she did wrong.
Yep.
And there's something else I wanted to mention. Something that really like hit me. So you see the accident. It's very close. I think it might be in the first 10 minutes of the movie. You see the accident happen. And not to give away too much, she's doing something that every single person does, right? And when and after the accident happens, the Morgan Freeman keeps blaming her.
Yeah.
And every time she talks to someone, she's like, "Oh, it wasn't my fault. Like this bulldozer just came out in the middle." I mean, which is true. This bulldozer came out of nowhere, cut me off, and came out. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. But before she even, like, I knew she was clearly hiding something because she kept saying it's not my fault so much that you knew she felt it was her fault.
Yeah.
And it hit me because like. How many times have I, like, looked down at the radio and changed something for a second? Or, you know, when I'm switching lanes, I do the shoulder check and I take my eyes off the road for a second. And it's just like, if something happens then, I'm going to be like, yeah, this is not my fault. But
I was just driving.
I was just
doing things I do naturally.
But, I mean, again, the small thing she does, you can see she keeps blaming herself for. And that really just, it hit me because it's like, I feel like I am her. Like I would be the same way.
You said it. It's real. The whole movie is real. There's one thing in there that is like kind of outlandish, but at the same time, the way it's a scene in the movie and like how they progress the story where I'm like, this one's kind of hard to believe, but also,
what does this scene involve?
The traveling from a state to a state. Is that a good way to say it? Yeah. State to a city.
Okay.
City to a city, technically.
Yeah.
Would that have really happened? Like, does that happen? Like, and then their relationship.
Oh, I see.
You know, I don't have a problem with it because it's still realistic. I
think it is. So he's referring to a relationship that develops between two characters.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
I can see it happen.
It was like, it was like anger, and then it was like, I'm kind of accepting you.
Yeah, you went like serious, like you went through the 5 stages of grief real quick. Like you were so pissed. Yeah. And then you were like, you know what? I don't know. But I can see that. I can actually see that happening.
Especially for the character, who the character is.
Exactly.
Their age, everything, their age, all of that.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, because they were curious to get to know this person that they heard so much about before this incident.
Yeah, exactly.
So I understand, but still, realistically, I mean, I just guess
in your head, you wouldn't do that. Yeah, I think
if I was in that situation,
I might want to like be like, I need to know more about you before I totally write you off because like, I just guess.
I know me, y'all.
Yeah,
I mean, you got one time with me, honestly.
Yeah. Nah, but I mean, I'll be like, seriously, this again, I mean, this was a surprise movie for me. I did not expect, like, my eyes were glued to this screen. And, like, again, like Joey said, there were certain things that happened. I just looked at him. I wanted to say, like...
So much so, he sucked his teeth at his phone. And I have never seen you like that in a film.
I was pissed because someone kept texting me, bro. I'm like, what is happening right now? You are taking me out of the movie.
And then for me, I didn't put mine on theater mode. So, like, my phone started, like... my watch kept glowing. So I'm like, what's going on? But I, like looking up, and the only reason it was doing that because it kept going out of SOS and then going on the service, going to SOS, going on the service. We were in a very old theater.
Yeah, in the basement. And yeah, man, it's just, you know, like, whenever something would happen, like, I wanted to talk to you. I've never wanted to talk to you during a movie so badly.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you, like we said, it's one step forward, 2 steps back. When you see the 2 steps back,
oh, man.
I was like, Joey, she better not be doing this. I was like, yeah, she must do this.
The whole theater is just like, oh.
Right.
And it really wasn't
and
that
I
many.
heard him say, he was like, no.
I was like,
Joe,
no. I was like, oh, you're going to do it. You're going to do it.
Yeah.
And, you know, by the grace of higher power, I not experience what that character has experienced.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd probably be this. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, and it's just you have to. No, I actually thought about my accident, which was 12 years ago. Friday, last Friday,
wow.
And I was like, I was lucky that I didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. Like, yeah. I don't think you can watch this movie and not feel something at all.
Yeah.
And again, it's just a shame that movies like this don't get more attention. Like it was really good. What are you gonna give this movie?
I'm giving it a 5 because I have nothing negative to say except for a screen door.
Yeah,
it was good. It was literally
really good.
The whole way through.
I agree. This movie is a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, it was like there was. Again, movies are movies. No matter how real this was, and then how one little scenario is kind of unrealistic, at the same time it's not, especially the way people, like, again, without spoiling it, the characters age and how society is now.
Yeah.
You know, they're a little better than us. Yeah. But I can't even, I'm literally looking around because I'm trying to just think of this experience, and we're not hyping it up. It's just a very enjoyable.
Yeah,
it's just straight up
solid 2-hour runtime. It was so good, and it ended so nicely. I don't even know a better word to say. It was a nice ending, and I was like, you know what, I really, really, really liked that.
Yeah.
I liked where every character is in their, like, healing journey. Yeah, y'all. A good person. That was a good time. Really, no complaints here.
When you said the title when we first started, I thought about it. I was like, we say this all the time. Like, what is a good person? What is a bad person?
And Florence Pugh's character, she asked that question. She's like, am I a good person? Yeah. Like, do you think I could ever be a good person? And it's just...
And that drink... Yeah.
That ain't hit, y'all. Seriously.
Show all your teens this. So
yeah.
Don't freaking do what she did.
Yeah, man. True. No one needs to go through this.
Yeah.
But yeah, a good person. Please, if you guys see it, tell us what you think.
Oh, no, we gotta talk about it down here.
Yeah. Let us know what you think. Let us know how it impacted you, if at all. If it made you feel what it made you feel. But
all
yeah.
The feels.
Yeah. Thank you so much for spending this time with us, y'all. And until next time, we out. Shout out to our friends over at the Grand Shuck It. They really do hold it down, and if you don't know who they are, you will definitely want to. So go check out their website at thegrandshuckit.com. There you will find all you will ever need in the world of anime, manga, TV shows, movies, books, comic books, video games. They have it all in one nice, simple, consolidated space. They post written reviews on all that stuff, and they have several hundred episodes of podcasts that are, quite frankly, hilarious. So go ahead, check out their website. Again, thegrandshuckit.com, and also give them a follow on Twitter. That way you will never not be in the know.